So here we are at Popell Barns Mobile Farm in Botley near Southampton, and we're going to be meeting Holly and Lester, who have set up this fantastic mobile farm to teach children all about sustainable farming. And we're pleased to announce that they're the winners of our Environmental Education Award at CPRE Hampshire's Countryside Awards. So we're going to find out all about the activities they run for children and all about how they teach about sustainable farming. And we're delighted at CPRE that they've won this award, and we look forward to working with them.
So we've been at the farm for 18 months now.
Yeah, it's getting colder, and where he originates from, it gets very cold. So he has a mane and a tail and lots of fluffy hair to protect him and keep him warm. Oh, he's yawning. He has lovely eyelashes as well. Look at his teeth today. Oh, it's so cute. So if you see he has eyelashes as well, and that's to stop all the rain going into his eyes. He has to have his feet trimmed every now and then, so he has them done about every 8 weeks at the moment. And that's because in the wild, the pony would naturally wear their hooves down because they'd be walking to find food, but he doesn't have to go very far for food. So he won't wear them down. So to make sure that his feet don't get too long and they don't get sore, he has to have them trimmed. And it's a special person called a farrier. They're very strong Shetland ponies, so he could be used to pull apart if we wanted to.
We're first generation farmers, so we wanted to share our love of animals and looking after them and the countryside, and we'd seen how it had benefited our own children, so we really wanted to share it with the local community and schools. So let's have a look. So what do the sheep have on their bodies? Do you know what this is called?
Wool.
Wool, brilliant. And what do you think the wool helps to do when it's cold? Yeah, keeps them warm.
Like coats keep us.
Exactly, just like coats keep you warm. And they have a special oil in their coat called lanolin, and that stops the rain getting in and making them cold. You can stroke them. They're a bit soggy, aren't they? It's our daughter's middle names put together, so we just wanted it because it's a real family business. We wanted the name to be special as well. We shear our sheep and then we give them all a bath with special sheep shampoo. It's all lovely and clean under there. So we travel anywhere we can get to within an hour, so it's not too far for the animals. Donkeys often live in hot countries and they live in a herd, but sometimes if there's not too much grass, they spread out to find food.
Donkeys close their ears when there's a sandstorm.
Well, they probably just put their ears back so the sand doesn't blow in. And yeah, and then if they want to find their friends, they do a special noise. What noise does a donkey make?
Hee-haw.
Yeah, and they do their special ear and they use their lovely big ears to hear where all their friends are so they can all move back up again. So we normally bring our practice milking cow, especially as we come from a working farm where we have a micro dairy, so we can teach milking.
The cow is called Janice, and we made her just to teach people how to milk and made it as realistic as possible.
Has anyone ever seen a cow's tongue? So it's really long and they stick their tongue out, so if you get your arm you can all pretend to be a cow.
Pull it back and they've got 4 stomachs.
Yeah, you're very clever. Well done. Some of you, sometimes they molt, they lose some feathers and they might go a bit pale then, so you can give them some tonic in their water. That sometimes helps. And who do you think's laid this one? A duck, yeah. So this is our duck. This is a Cherry Valley duck. So they can lay different colour eggs depending on the kind of duck. So this is an emu egg. That's massive, isn't it? It is a bit like a coconut, isn't it? So our emus are quite young and they haven't started laying eggs yet, but somebody very kindly gave this to me. So be very gentle. You can feel it if you want, but be very gentle. I think it looks a bit like an Easter egg.
Yes.
It's the right shape and size, isn't it? And they can also feed the chickens. We have other activities like making butter or learning about wool, wrapping a sheep. Okay, so next we're going to have a go at making butter. So this is some cream that's from our Jersey cows. So it's been pasteurised, this one. So we're going to have a go at making the butter. Don't want to bump into everyone. Now what you've got to do is you've got to shake it like this, so that the particles separate and then you'll end up with butter. So you've got to do loads and loads of shaking. So get all your energy out. Going and going. So we have all ages really, but we have primarily preschool groups, so toddlers, and then primary school, and then we have secondary school come to our care farm or school trips.
So we do visits for people ranging from a year old all the way up to over 100 in care homes, and they all enjoy it equally.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, when we go to a care home? So it's good because especially if they have maybe some dementia, it helps bring back memories of when they may have had rabbits, for example, when they were a child or with their own children. And also actually stroking the animals is very therapeutic for them. It's quite relaxing.
So most of the animals we've got on the farm are working animals. They're either in the dairy or they go on school visits and care home visits. But a lot of them started with the first animals we got for our own daughters in all different situations. So yeah, we've got everything from guinea pigs, which were some of their first pets, to chickens, which they got for Easter from a good friend of ours, all the way up to the cows and emus that we've got for various reasons.
Our youngest daughter always wanted emus, but you went to buy a tractor and came back with 2 emu chicks, didn't you?
I did.
So yeah, no, they're great though. It's really good for school trips that come here because not many people have seen them, and we can talk about their feet and their beaks and things because they're pretty incredible.
So we're hoping to develop our market garden side of things to increase the biodiversity and teach about biodiversity and looking after the soil, to look after the crops, to look after the animals. So we're hoping to expand, put in some more beds and get more children and adults alike to join in, and bring them on site. And starting the new project will give them chance to learn and understand everything from the very basic of the soil, the diversification in the soil, biodiversity in the soil, and how it comes up into the plants. And if you look after the soil, we can look after everything.